What's up, guys? It's Saber from the Neighborhod, coming back at you with a really exciting news video today. And that news is pretty simple, so let's have a look at it. There it is. The Neighborhod is officially in Champions League 1. We're really happy about it. We absolutely dominated our group, but I'll show you all the details on things later. Today is going to recap Wars 3 and 4, because I already did a video on 1 and 2, and then later in this week you will see Wars 5, 6, and 7. So let's get right into it. There's a lot to cover here. So first and foremost, we have the first attack here. We have French versus number 3, Croat. I am going to speed things up a tad because we do have a lot to cover in this video. So first things first, French is coming in with the Yeti, Smash, with the Quad, Quake, and Jump Spell. And so first he starts with the E-Drag and the Loon. The Coco Loon catches a Sam, which is exactly what its goal was. A P.E.K.K.A, a Wizard, and the King are going to come down here to work on the funnel. And then he's going to drop a Jump Spell in front of the Town Hall, and then basically force all the Yetis to go in. This base was really opened up by that Quad Quake, and so he's going to have no problem raging his way through the center of the base there and absolutely killing everything. And so that's exactly what happens. He uses the Warden ability to get through the Town Hall, saving some of those Yetimites, poisons the CC, and then you're going to basically see Rage heal in the center here, the champ coming in with the hogs up there at 12 o'clock, and that's going to be more than enough to do in this base. The champ picks off the enemy champ, the hogs tank, and together they take down the single target Inferno, that being the bane of the Yetis. And the remaining Yetis tear through the back-end Eagle, the back-end compartment there near the 6 o'clock side, which got taken out last, and the champion ability is going to take down all these Teslas, I do believe. Actually, he holds it for a second, I now remember, for the wizard here at the end. But that's going to be basically it for this raid. French coming out in style and starting things off with a bang. So that's going to be it, and we'll get right into the next one here as soon as this one's done. Next attack we got here, number 5, we got Reese coming in, and Reese is using the hybrid attack strategy. What you're going to see here is Reese is going to bomb the Town Hall. Reese is then going to walk one side with his queen. He's going to use the king to funnel the other, and then he's going to send the hybrid directly into the center of the base. If you've seen one of these kind of attacks, you've seen them all. So we're going to speed it up just a tad. Reese is going to walk his queen down towards the 6 o'clock side. He's going to send in a king at 6 and walk him up towards 3. And then he's going to send in his hybrid directly at that 5:30 Inferno Tower. And here it is. Here comes the hybrid. And then it's basically a matter of freeze, heal, and warden your way through the center of the base. He uses the champ ability there, and the warden actually caught the champ at a great time in order to kill the enemy queen. Not the cleanest of triples here, but more than enough to overwhelm things. He still does have all his heroes standing up at the end, and a couple of minors. So that was a really clean, nice triple by Reese. Excuse me, not the cleanest, but very nice triple nonetheless by Reese. Alright, next we will be seeing an attack on number 6 by Ned. Ned had a really fantastic CWL, notching 4 out of 7 triples, I do believe. So shout out to Ned. He's going to start off with the Battle Blimp in a hole in the base, and then he's going to funnel with his king and queen here on both sides of 6 o'clock, and set up for a minor entry with hogs, aka the minor hog hybrid, directly at that 6 o'clock Inferno Tower. So that's what we're going to see here. Unfortunately, he does get delayed slightly by the CC getting pulled by his king rather than his queen, but it's no matter because it is a Lava Hound. So that's not a big deal at all. Once things move through, he then enters with the hybrid. He has rages and heals and warden abilities and royal champion abilities to move through the rest of the base. And this base is smacked. Absolutely wrecked. GG, game over. Not much that can be done there. Really clean triple here from Ned, and it was really well executed. So congratulations to Ned on a fantastic CWL and also to his recent job opportunities. He knows what I'm talking about. Wink, wink. Next on the agenda, we have down here at number 8, we have 2 Chains. And Chains also had another great attack with the hybrid. We are going to speed things up just a tad because we do have a lot to cover. But what you're going to see here is, as always, a start with a Queen Walk and the Blimp. The Blimp's going to take out the Town Hall. He's going to Queen Walk a side. He's going to use his King on another side. And then he's basically going to vaporize everything with this hybrid attack strategy. It is just so strong right now. It is just so strong. If you're not using this, you should be. But you can see at this point where the funnel is going to be. The funnel's already set up. There comes the hybrid. Hybrid enters, and it's just going to path right on through this base, all the way through. Things would have been a bit more clean if the queen had pathed directly into that channel rather than getting hung up on the real champion. But it was no matter because the hogs and a couple of minors split off at the bottom to clear things up. Not enough defenses to hold up against that royal champ. And again, another nice triple by 2 Chains. On to our next attack of the day. We have number 9, we have El DeVito. David had a fantastic CWL going 7 for 7. I'm going to put this one on 4 times, though, because this was the absolute trashiest base we saw. For Champs 2, you can't be having a level 1 Eagle Artillery, nor a level 2 Inferno Tower. So, as you're going to see, Yeti Hybrid here. Excuse me, not Yeti Hybrid, Yeti Bomb Hybrid. Queen Charge with it as well. He's going to move on in with the Queen Charge. King picks off the Town Hall. And then you're basically going to see, once the funnel gets crafted, the Hybrid will come in directly at that side here from 3 to 6, I do believe. So that's what we're going to see here. Any second now. Here come the troops. There they are. And he's basically going to rage heal and freeze his way through the core. A little bit closer than it ought to have been, considering how weak this base is, but still truly an overkill. Great job to David. And he's currently taking a leave of absence from our team to pursue his medical studies. So best of luck to David as he is working on those difficult studies. On to our next attack. Today we have Big Al, and again, the bases are starting to get a little bit skimpier down here, so I'm going to speed things up. But Big Al whacked another base. Very nice Warden Walk here you're going to see. The Warden Walk is going to basically pick off that Inferno Tower. I apologize for that ding, that was my computer. And once that Inferno Tower goes down, he's going to funnel the other side with some P.E.K.K.A.s, drop a jump spell over the Town Hall, and then the Scatter Shot, and that will be more than enough to basically Blitz Rage his way through this base. And like I said, I'm doing a lot of these on 4 times because they're not against the most high level of bases. All of our guys will be showcased in much greater fashion later on during these war recaps because they all had some fantastic attacks against high-level bases during the CWL. So out come the Hogs from the Siege Barracks with the Royal Champion, and they're going to clean everything up here. Al's going to kiss this one goodbye. GG, good night, 3 stars. And we have 2 more bases left here. So the second to last one, we have Big Papa. Papa also had a really great CWL. This base is a tad stronger, although it does have the level 5 Town Hall 11 Inferno Towers. So not the strongest of base, but again, 3 stars is 3 stars in CWL. Starting off with the Blimp Bomb. There's the Blimp, there's the Bomb, and there's the Rage Spell, taking down that Town Hall and luring the CC as efficiently as can possibly be done. The Queen is going to walk the edge. He's going to move in with his King on the other side, and then he's going to enter the hybrid attack strategy around this cannon, if memory serves properly. Queen moves through that Hound with pleasure, basically, slowly taking care of business. The King is going to come down to build the other side of his funnel, and as soon as that funnel is built, you will see the hybrid attack strategy. And so any second now, he's going to start with it, I do believe, as the King pulls through that Tesla farm. There it is now, the hybrid enters, and it has a straight shot into the Eagle Artillery with the Rage and a heal and a Warden ability momentarily here to push through the back end of the base. Really, again, very nice entry. One of the things you guys are going to notice is the key to this attack strategy to do it well is starting with a solid funnel. If you funnel properly, things have a really strong chance of going well. So that's the only advice I can give you with this attack strategy. Master it, learn how to funnel. And you will see a video from me in the next couple of days on specifically funneling, because funneling is so important at all Town Hall levels, not just Town Hall 13. So there's our triple. And another triple here, we have number 12, Sting. Sting also had a very great CWL. So we're going to get right into this one. Again, not the greatest of bases, but Sting doesn't let that, hang him up, basically. You're still going to take 3 stars when you can. So what we're going to see is he's going to use the bomb to take out that whole Town Hall compartment. And then he's basically going to funnel with his King and Queen so that this base becomes 2 separate portions as it is arranged with walls. And he's going to enter directly at this Inferno Tower here and just steamroll the rest. So that is what's going to happen, and you will see it firsthand. Here we go now, and the King and Queen are going down for their funnels respectively. There's the Queen, there's the King. And then once they move through, you're going to see the actual hybrid attack strategy start as soon as this King goes down, I do believe. Queen draws the CC and kills it. Now the CC is down. He doesn't have to use the ability. Hybrid enters with all of the force it can possibly muster with the Warden ability, Heal Spell, Queen, Royal Champion, and just absolutely blitzes through this base. Again, not enough to cover, not enough defenses here. The Royal Champion, level 20. This is overkill. This is absolute overkill. It's not even fair. Great job to Sting, and we're going to get right into the next set of attacks from war number 4. Alrighty, folks, we are back with war number 4 here in our 7-day CWL, and the first thing you're going to notice here is, wait, they didn't hit a base? Well, unfortunately, we did not. We had a bit of a mishap where one of our guys double hit a base. It was an honest mistake, and I'm not going to call anyone out because that's not what we do here, but you know who you are. Wink, wink. So we're going to start with Big Al. Big Al coming in against Ali A3, and he's going to absolutely put the work on this poorly designed island ring base. With a Queen Charge from 12, he's going to freeze wall break in, one of the classical attack strategies, I do believe. One of my favorite strategies in Clash of Clans, just that wall break queen entry. It's not a full-on strategy on its own, but just the use of it, I find it pretty nice. He's going to continue on down, the blimp at the town hall, and he's going to enter with a whole bunch of troops here at that 3 o'clock side, which is where he's going to enter with his hybrid. They're going to steamroll this base. Not much truly to be done here. And the way his king paths down towards 6 actually makes it an even cleaner funnel. This was an absolute overkill against one of the stronger bases in this clan, and at the time we took this clan down, they were undefeated, so they were not expecting the absolute can of ass whooping we opened up on them. So, great job to Al, keep up the good work, and let's get on to the next attack. Next here we have number 4, we got Reese. Reese had a fantastic CWL also. He had a little bit of a rough start there, starting with a 1-star in the first war, but he bounced back. Here you're going to see a queen charge into the town hall section. He is then going to blimp this 9 o'clock Inferno Tower. Meme me all you want, I do that all the time, I know. And then he's going to send in the hybrid from the 3 o'clock side to take care of the rest of it. So, having told you the plan, I am going to speed it up. There's the blimp, there's the king to complete the funnel, and here comes the hybrid. They have a direct path into that scattershot and eagle area, and you're going to see him rage, heal, freeze, warden ability, and champ ability his way through this base, as is the way of the hybrid. Well done by Reese, though, and again, a great attack. This is, I think, his 3rd triple of the CWL in 4 attempts, so good job to him, and keep up the good work. Next on our quota today is Kick Fritz, aka Big Al again. Al turning up this war. And you're going to see a hybrid here. Shocker, shocker. But it is the hottest attack in Clash of Clans. And so take advantage of it while you can, boys. And so we're going to see the blimp here. Blimp comes in fast, taking down the town hall. And then he's going to use it to also lure the CC. Once the town hall goes down, he will walk one of the edges with the queen. He will king walk the other end, and then he will send in his troops directly in between. In this case, it looks like, depending on where his king would come down, if memory serves, I do think he comes in near this 3 o'clock edge here. I think that was the plan, but I'm not quite sure, so we'll wait to see where he deploys his king. No, he's actually deploying his king up top, which means he's going to send in the hybrid near that 130 edge there. That's probably the plan. So here comes wall breakers. Actually, he's wall breaking in as well, so he's going to try and take out this whole Inferno section as well. Really nice freeze and wall break. Shout out to Al again for that. But here comes the hybrid, so look at that. Great funnel, 2nd level funneling and 3rd level funneling, and directly into the eagle, directly into the clan castle, directly into the Inferno towers and the scatter shots. An absolute steamrolling of the center section of the base there, and a really good execution of it to be said at that. So here we go. The rest of it's basically clear. Gonna speed it up. Just watch this utter devastation. I'm sure you're sick of seeing these beatdowns right now, but hey, I'm not gonna quit showing them to you because we're in Champs 1, baby. So great job, Al, again, and we're gonna be on to the next hit here. Alrighty, next up on our docket of 3 stars today, we have David coming in on number 8. Earcon, and David again is going to be using the hybrid, this time with the Siege Barracks variation. What you're going to see here is the Siege Barracks and the Queen will create the funnel, and the hybrid will move in on the middle. So what you're going to see here is he's trying to Queen walk the Town Hall. I'm going to speed it up. The Queen is going to move in there. He had a nice lure of the CC. You'll see the Siege Barracks and the King clear out the other edge, and then you will see the hybrid go in right down the middle. So how exactly he orients that funnel, I've yet to see, but we will see shortly enough. So here we go, the baby dragon has oriented the funnel. The queen is going to move directly on into that town hall as planned. And we're just waiting to see where he will drop his barbarian king and his siege barracks in order to fully form that funnel. So in this case, it looks like perhaps he might drop it at 6, perhaps he might drop it at 12, but these are the things you need to be thinking about as a high-level attacker when you're watching attacks live. So he's going to drop it near 6, which means the hybrid is going to come in right there at the 430 angle. So it's going to go right into the base. It's a pretty clean, quick path to the Eagle artillery, unless the queen gets to it first. The queen did a ton of work in that attack. With the warden ability, that raged hybrid does a massive damage, and the queen ultimately does take down the Eagle artillery. He still has a heal spell left. He still has a royal champion ability left. He can basically swag that if he so chooses. But again, another great 3-star by David. And like I said, the man went 7 for 7 in CWL. So you can't do better than that. Up next, we have number 10, 2 Chains again. And Chains himself had a fantastic war, dropping 4 or 5 triples, I do believe. So we're going to see again here. Chains coming in with, surprise, surprise, it's Mr. Hybrid time. Hybrid's moving in. He's going to use a couple of loons to pick off those defenses, draw any seeking air mines, and then he's going to send in the blimp right there towards that eagle artillery. He's trying to get the queen and the inferno and the eagle. He will achieve all of those goals, fortunately, except for maybe the queen. He doesn't get the queen, unfortunately, but he still has his own queen, who's going to walk a side, and then he's going to use the king to set up the funnel on the other side. And once all of that is dealt with, his hybrid will go directly into the middle. I believe in this case he's aiming for the hybrid to take the town hall. And so that does look what the plan seems to be. The king is walking around the edge, and it looks like he's going to use that army camp perhaps as an anchor. And there it is now. There's the hybrid now. They go directly into the town hall. He does not need to use the warden ability because the miners duck it. He uses it a little bit later to get them around the edge there. They do path out, unfortunately, but he has enough heal spells and the queen's still functioning to keep them through and carry the day. Another great 3-star by Chains, and great war to him as well. Just good all-around job. I have no complaints. Our final 3-star, that was the final 3-star of the war. Perhaps I missed one? Yes, I did miss one. I missed Ircon Postil versus Ned. Again, as I said, Ned, another guy that had a fantastic CWL, and it's in good part thanks to this hybrid attack strategy because it is just so strong. So again, you're going to see here, I'm sorry, I actually just showed this attack, hold on. No, wait, Ned and 2 Chains actually hit the same base, I forgot. Same base design on 2 different players here. So we had Chains hit it this way, and then we had Ned hit it slightly different. The only way you can tell they're different base, the king placement was different for the offense. So I'll show this replay just because why not? It always helps to just kind of learn a little bit more on how to hit a base. But this was a time where it was like, okay, we did it one time, let's replicate this attack. Same thing here. Ned's troops path slightly differently, so he ends up taking it more to the center and the edge rather than the right side. The hogs and the miners splitting, but again, very clean, very well executed, and another nice 3-star attack. Actually, got a little bit down to the wire here. I did forget that. You're going to see the warden pick off most of the defenses here towards the end, the warden and the queen. But it was more than enough to triple, and that's going to be it for us for war number 4. So that's going to be the end of this video, guys. Thanks for watching. If you do enjoy my content, please like and subscribe, and this is Saber from the Neighborhood signing off. Thanks and have a great day.